Hey gang, it's your GM Drakeen here. I am a dungeon master over at Start Playing. So we're talking about scrolls today. So if you're entering any of my games, or even if you're just a player in a game, scrolls are one of the most inexpensive, useful things you can buy. So this is from the Sane Magic Items list. This is a list that you can look up online. It basically gives prices for magical items, and it lists scrolls, and these are the prices in gold pieces for scrolls. So you can see if you wanted to get like a first level scroll of something, it'd be pretty cheap, right? So this is from Xanathar's, and this talks about how long scrolls take to make. So a player character can actually create a scroll if they invest 25 gold pieces, take a day. They can, scribe a scroll that they might want to carry with them. So this is, just some examples of scrolls you might want to have with you, right? Like you don't need absorb elements memorized or prepared every day, but when you do need it, you really need it, right? Maybe you don't need cure wound scrolls every day, okay? But if you really need a bunch of healing and you run out of slots, okay. Same with disguise self. Featherfall again. You're not being thrown off cliffs every day, so maybe you don't want to have that up every day, right? Protection from evil and good. You may not need that every day. But when you need them, is my point. So I introduced something for that. You might notice some of the spells on this list. You can only cast them as a reaction, right? So unless your DM is letting you use a scroll as an action, and typically it's a use magic item action for a scroll, which kind of, you know, ruins Featherfall or absorb elements for that reason, right? So I ended up creating something homebrew to allow people to use scrolls as a reaction called scroll memorization. All right, so this is just the normal rule. This is an addition to the rules, not taking anything away from the rules. Let me know what you guys think of this, all right? So this is just the normal rule. It has to be on your spell list, and then you can read the scroll without providing components. So the way scroll memorization works is you attune to the scroll. This locks the spell in the creature's mind. Okay, thereafter, the creature may cast the spells as if they had read the spell scroll without requiring the use magic item action or having the scroll in hand, and with the scroll stats. So again, it's the scroll casting the spell, right? It's not you. So this allows you to do some other things, which I'm going to get to in a second. Creature may only lock the spell in memory if it is a spell they could normally cast at a level they could cast it. After casting, the spell fades and the scroll crumbles to dust and is no longer locked in the mind of the creature that attuned to it. Okay, the spell is still affected by counterspell and the like, and if the scroll is taken from the creature, spell memorization is lost. Okay, no concentration checks are required. Like all magic items, it is the item itself casting the spell, not the wielder of the item. You can have more than one concentration spell using scrolls. For example, say you had Bless memorized, right, and you had that during a combat situation. You felt like you needed protection from evil up. Because you've got protection from evil scroll memorized, you could cast it. But it's the scroll casting the spell. So in effect, this allows you to have more than one concentration spell up because you're still only memorizing on one spell and the scroll is casting one spell. And unlike you have to make concentration checks if you take damage during combat, right? The scroll does not. So that's something to think about as well. So this opens up a lot of doors, you know, um, like, if you needed to say, be invisible when you fly, you could create a scroll of invisibility and cast fly, and then have them both up at the same time. So it opens up a lot of avenues, a lot of doors. I feel like there's a lot of potential here that I really haven't seen players take advantage of. That's why I wanted to point this out. And I really wanted to, for this channel, also to talk to DMs to see, I realize I don't know everything about the game. So I had hoped to open a dialogue about these types of things, and let me know what you guys think. Please like the video. And of course, a creature may utilize a number of scrolls no greater than the spell slots they possess. So the number of spells you can memorize is just your spell slots. So if you have 3 first level spell slots, you can memorize 3 first level scrolls. That's it. Okay, so that limits you. The creature may also unattune from the scroll in the normal way to remove the spell from memory. So that's really it. I feel like this is some pretty good homebrew tech. What do you guys think? Let me know. All right, in the comments. I definitely want to hear from you. All right. So these are my games over at Start Playing. Hope to see you at the gaming table. Take care.